So this is a story of how I almost pretty much went into. I had almost had a panic attack um, some years ago, and the story is how I was able to use pranayama or breathing techniques in order to gain control of my energy and then therefore calm myself down and get myself out of that situation. So many years ago, I was working as an HVAC tech, and my main job was to run what is called flex pipe from the air conditioning unit to the vents. Sometimes I had to go in an attic. Sometimes I would have to go in a crawl space underneath the house. Each time, and every time we do this, you're covered in like a hazmat suit because you don't want to get, because there's all kind of whatever underneath the house. And I'll tell another story about the stuff that I found underneath houses that freaked me out. But so I'm underneath. So you have to have on a hazmat suit in order to be in these areas and be protected. So in this particular occasion, I had on a full hazmat suit. Right, I had the mask. I've got the hood on from the hazmat suit. I've got booties on, everything, gloves, glasses. I'm fully suited, right? And so I make my way underneath the house. And so what I'm doing in this particular occasion is looking for a vent so I can connect a flex pipe to it. And I was told that they're like, yeah, there's a vent this way. You go underneath the house, and it's over there somewhere. And this is quite a large house. And so I crawl underneath the crawl space. And 9 times out of 10, there's only enough room for your body to go underneath there. Sometimes there's larger crawl spaces. I've been under crawl spaces where you could walk. But this one, super tight. So we're talking about an area like this. Right? Just enough for a person to get their body in. So I'm crawling in the crawl space looking for a vent. As I'm crawling, I all of a sudden start to notice, I'm like, wait a minute. It seems like it's getting tighter in here. And so what's going on is the space is getting tighter. And so I don't think about it too much. I keep crawling, and then at one point I move my arm or move my leg to crawl a little bit further, and I get kind of stuck. And immediately I'm like, I start to panic because I have I'm a little claustrophobic, and so as soon as that tightness hit, I started to freak. I was like, oh my God, I was like, I started freaking out. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like nothing. The only thing I could think to do was to start yelling and screaming, please, somebody help me. That's the only thing I could think of. But I didn't do that. My breath was going. I was panicking. I was like, okay, wait a minute. So I said, I need to stop my breath. I need to calm my breath down. So, mind you, I got this full hazmat suit on, so there's really not a lot of deep breaths you can take. So what I did was, I just calmed I was like, okay, took a breath, let it out. And then what I did was I stretched my arms and my legs out as far as I could and got my body as flat as I could get it onto the ground. And once I did that, my back was not pressing up against the top of the bottom of the house. I wasn't stuck anymore. And so I started to crawl a little bit backwards. The opening got a little bit bigger. Eventually, I made my way out. I stripped off the hazmat suit. I was dripping sweat and just so grateful to get out of there. And so the key was it was the pranayama. It was me controlling my energy through my breath, controlling my emotions through my breath. I was panicking. I was about to go into a full-scale panic attack, but I grabbed my breath, which was connected to my energy, which was connected to my emotions, which was able to help me to calm down and relax, and I was able to get out of that situation.